So week 6 mostly in the books, and going into week 7 of the fantasy football season. 5 receivers you're gonna need to pick up off the waiver wire this week, and most of these guys, they should be there in 50+% of leagues from what I know. And the number one guy is Travis Fulgham to pick up at wide receiver this week. He did it again for Philadelphia. A big game for Fulgham. Wentz likes him. He's a big target in the red zone and a deep ball threat. Versus Baltimore yesterday, Wentz just throwing one up in the end zone like an alley-oop, and Fulgham came down and caught it for the touchdown. So he's definitely a big add, is Fulgham, to get. And the Eagles, they're all banged up. Zach Ertz, we just learned he's out now 3 to 4 weeks. He had 10 targets yesterday, so more target share could go to Fulgham. And Sanders is out too. He got a couple targets a game out of the backfield. But Fulgham's the guy to get. I don't care that Deshaun and Jeffrey are coming back. You can never count on those guys. They've been hurt now pretty much the last 2 seasons. So if Fulgham's out there, which he is in about 60% of leagues, you got to go out there and get him as your number one receiver priority this week. The second guy I like is Tim Patrick of the Denver Broncos. Drew Lock came back for the Broncos yesterday, and Patrick, him and Jerry Jeudy, the 2 starters. And once again, Patrick outplaying Jeudy with his second 100-yard game in back-to-back games now. Patrick had 4 catches for 101 yards. He's a big target, 6'4" guy, deep ball threat. We saw him catch a 41-yard reception yesterday. Early in that game, Locke just kept going to him, and he finished with 4 for 101. So Patrick, he's definitely out there. He's owned in only about 10 to 15% of leagues from what I'm seeing, and he's available in most of my leagues. So Patrick is a guy, perfect flex or third receiver fill-in during the bye week. So he's the second guy on the receiver priority list to get, is Tim Patrick. The third guy on the Las Vegas Raiders, obviously they were off this week, but we saw him last week come back with a big boom. And that's Henry Ruggs, who had 2 catches for 118 yards and a touchdown in that upset victory over the Chiefs last week. Henry Ruggs, one of the top receivers drafted in this year's draft, and all these rookie receivers really busting out. Ruggs, he's been dropped in a lot of leagues early in the year because he was out with injury for a few weeks. But Ruggs, if he's out there, like I said, he's available in 53% of Yahoo leagues. You go out and get him. This guy, he's got some talent. He's burst of speed, a deep ball threat for Derek Carr. And he could definitely help you as well in these bye week fill-ins. Is Carr. With Carr and Henry Ruggs, and the Raiders are going to play him. It's not like he's going to sit on the bench. Who do they really have? Edwards, who's hurt. Nelson Aguilar. So they don't have much out there. And Ruggs, I'll be confident to play him this week versus Tampa Bay. That might be a shootout, or if the Raiders are trailing, they're going to have to throw the ball down the field. So Henry Ruggs, if he's out there, go grab him. The fourth receiver, Preston Williams of the Miami Dolphins. We're seeing him getting more and more involved in the offense. He scored another touchdown yesterday. 2 catches only, though. 18 yards and a touchdown. But now he's got a touchdown in back-to-back games. The Dolphins are on a bye this week, but Ryan Fitzpatrick likes that big target in the red zone. You see him either go to Williams or Gesicki a lot, and also try to force the ball down the field to Williams. So Williams, don't even have to put a claim in really for him this week. He's definitely out there, and he's probably available in 80% of Yahoo fantasy leagues. So Williams, my fourth guy, and the fifth guy, Keelan Cole of the Jacksonville Jaguars. People keep thinking Laviska Shenault would have been the guy, but Keelan Cole now, he's put back-to-back games together. And DJ Chark, he is not 100% in my opinion. And we saw Cole go out there yesterday and have a big game. I think he had 140 yards receiving or something like that. A huge game for Cole. Jaguars, you know the game script is they're going to be down most of these games. They're one of the worst teams in the league. And Minshew, he's been throwing 40-plus times a game. So Keelan Cole for a flex or third receiver, if you play in 3-receiver leagues, he's a good pickup to get. So these are 5 receivers I think can help you going into Week 7 of the fantasy football and NFL season.